Hey, what's up, my fabulous self centered stars? Welcome back to Self Centered, the podcast where we put you first, always. Today's topic is one that's going to make you say, Whoa, Sheena, why haven't I been doing this all along? We're talking about the ultimate glow up strategy, and that is reflection. That's where we're calling this episode Mirror, Mirror, How Looking Back Helps You Level Up, the power of reflection and its role in your personal growth. Yes, honey, it's time to take a good hard look in the mirror, not just to fix your lashes, but to examine your entire life, your being, everything that makes you you. Because reflection isn't about dwelling on your past mistakes, it's about using them as the stepping stones to your greatness. So by the end of this episode, you'll know how to reflect like a boss and to grow like the superstar you are. So make sure you grab a drink, a notebook, and let's get into this. All right, it's time to get real. Growth isn't about hustling harder, which is something I've learned to a great extent lately. It's about getting smarter. Reflection is like hitting pause on the Netflix series of your life and saying, wait, did that plot make sense? Do I need a plot twist? What is your life saying to you? So when you reflect, you learn from your mistakes, because every L you've ever taken turns into a lesson, or at least it should, if you're willing to look back. So make sure you examine every L you've taken in recent months and decide if there was a lesson you can draw from that. You've got to celebrate your wins. Reflection isn't just about fixing things, it's about popping champagne for the moments in which you nailed it and identifying those. Make sure you set a clear direction. You can't move forward if you don't know where you've been. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I even start reflecting, Sheena? Don't worry, I got you. Here's 3 ways to slay this reflection game. What I'd love for you to do is to do what I'd like to refer to as the weekly recap. What you're going to do is at the end of the week, preferably Sunday, take 15 minutes to ask yourself what went well, what didn't, what you can do better. And this isn't just for everyone working a 9-to-5, whether you're in school or anything like that. You can put this in practice and just take 15 minutes at the end of every week and go over what went well, what didn't, what you can do better, and any other question that you need to ask yourself so that you can reflect properly. You're also going to need to write it down. Putting your thoughts on paper clears your mind and helps you see the patterns that you have. Plus, it's like free therapy, so write it down. Put it on paper. Honestly, find a friend, mentor, or coach, or in my case, a life coach, to help you process your reflections. Sometimes saying it out loud to someone else can help you make it click. Speaking of growth, let me put you on to 2 game changers. First, my book, The Self-Love Letter, is your go-to guide for building a foundation of self-love and confidence. And if you're ready to take it a step further, I'm offering life coaching through Aaron Counseling and Consulting, whether in person at 4307 E Independence Blvd or virtually from anywhere. I'm here to help you grow into the best version of yourself. Book your session today, and let's make those reflections work for you. Okay, let's get into a self-centered approach to reflections. Here's the thing. Reflection isn't about beating yourself up, it's about hyping yourself up. If you're thinking, but Sheena, my past is messy. Guess what? Everyone's is. Reflection isn't about perfection, it's about progress. We can look back and decide what we need to unpack, but we don't have to worry about how big the mess we're making as long as we clean it up. It's about progress. When you reflect with a self-centered mindset, you're doing it with love and compassion. You're saying, I did the best I could with what I knew then, and now I know better. This is the time where we make the difference. And let me tell you, that is powerful. When you can look at who you are currently as opposed to who you've been in the past and see growth, that's where your power lies. So if you're ready to put this into action, here are some challenges to kickstart your reflection journey. Okay, let's start off with what we talked about a bit in our last episode, which was gratitude. And this is what I would like to call the gratitude reflection. Write down 3 things you're grateful for from the past week. Yes, even the small things like not burning your toast, not getting into it with a loved one, etc. Clap for yourself. I want you to take the what if test. Look back at a tough situation and ask, what would I do differently now? This isn't about regret, it's about learning. Then I want you to write the future you letter. This is where you write a letter to your future self about what you've learned and how you're growing. Then I want you to put it in a safe place and break it back out a year from now and see how far you've come. Here's the tea, my loves. Reflection is your secret weapon for living a self-centered, empowered life. It's not about looking back to stay stuck. It's about looking back to propel yourself forward. This is where all the difference comes in. When you take time to reflect, you give yourself the gift of self-awareness. And that, my friends, is priceless. So grab a journal, schedule a coaching session, or just spend 5 minutes a day thinking about your day. You'll be amazed at what you discover about yourself. So that's it for today's episode of Self-Centered. Remember, reflection isn't a chore, it's an opportunity to grow, evolve, and even glow up. And don't forget to grab your copy of the Self-Love Letter and book a life coaching session with me through Aaron Counseling and Consulting. Whether it's reflection, self-love, or setting goals, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Until next time, stay reflective, stay fabulous, and as always, stay centered. Bye, loves. Later.